achievable goals for year 2025 is the topic for consideration.
If you do not have a goal or you do not know your destination, you will end anywhere. If you are the central person, in achieving your goals.
As long as you have life living, like me, as I'm talking now, you need to keep working.
Planning is actually designing a pathway to your goals.
Some people are lazy, so do away with laziness and keep working hard.
And why do you want to pursue a goal that is valueless? You could actually constitute an obstacle to yourself. The third thing, after having your milestone, you should be able to track your progress. You can call it monitoring. I want to do this thing. Where am I? You are tracking. The essence of that, again, is like the milestone issue, is to be able to determine where you are and also to decide whether or not the goal will be ultimately achieved. And to be able to also, if the answer is that there will be challenges, also to see what type of things you should do to still be able to achieve the goal. That becomes very important. Of course, the goal must also be flexible.
Flexibility.
Yeah, it's not, flexibility is important because it's going to help you to be able to respond to some happenings that were not envisaged when you were planning your path. There were certain things probably you didn't think of. You need to be flexible. If, for instance, by June, you say you are going to achieve this, and in March, maybe illness or whatever you never expected happened, you need to therefore, be flexible in terms of the timing. Maybe it's no longer going to be December, you add 1 or 2 months. Or in terms of even the goal itself. I think the last one that is important is that you need to celebrate. As your goal, you are tracking, you have your milestone, you are making progress, you celebrate yourself. and so you see that you move confidently towards achieving your goals.
Wow. That's a very good one. So don't forget to celebrate yourself. Don't work without celebrating yourself. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, to be a question and answer session. Vivid View.
Say and
do it. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Oyinye, and I have 2 questions. So, how do we align our goals to our career path so it doesn't impact negatively on our other goals? And the second question is it advisable to share your goals with your circle or with people so they can help you measure it and give input on it? Thank you.
My name is Ogenesunwe. My question is with regards to the instant and quick fix generation. Could you throw more light on the time frame needed for a youth to be able to become an authority in a particular career path with regards to setting goals?
My name is Abiola. My question is, what should you do if you find yourself in a situation whereby you are surrounded by the people who are not encouraging you to achieve your goals?
Welcome back. There are a lot of questions from the audience, so please, our guest, provide the answers.
Okay, thank you so much. I probably will begin from the last one. For the question is, what should you do to be able to achieve your goal when you have yourself surrounded by people, friends, or whatsoever that are not supportive? They are not encouraging, you are not supportive. I think 2 things you will do, either of them. One is that you walk away. I think 3 things now. You walk away. You just, keep away from that circle in order for you to be able to achieve your goal. The second one I will not want you to do is to truncate your achieving your goal. So I'm not going to do it again. The third one is most preferred. That is, pursue your goal in a manner that people will be overcome. Definitely, they just come to agree with you. Somebody takes it this way. If you're in a crowd of people, try it. And you people are on the way. And you start walking, very with all force and all that. What do people do?
They start clearing road for you.
You see people, when you see you walk coming, you see people start clearing way for you.
Exactly.
So you pursue your goal in such a manner that people obviously would give way. Give way could mean that we're not going to do anything to stop you from achieving your goal. And a better one would be that they may even begin to see what you are doing, and they begin to help you, support you to do that.
That's good.
The other one is whether it is proper to share your goals with other people. And at times when I watch people talking, especially in YouTube, some of them religious, some of them not, but almost all blend with some level of superstition, that you do not share your goals or your plan with other people. Yes, it may be advisable. They have their own reasons. But when you come to others, there are what we call categories of others. You have the inner cycle of yours. Those could be your parents, your family, and then you have your friends, and then you have those circles. I don't think there's anything wrong to share your goals with your inner circle, those that belong to your inner circle. But you need to also be very careful. You need to note what I'm going to say. It is better for you to share your goal to persons that have some capacity or competence or experience to provide useful inputs for you. Because if you are telling somebody something and somebody has not done anything, he is not likely to be very helpful. So get the people who have the temperament, the experience, and all that could provide you with that. Because why it's important for you to even share is the fact that they are very useful inputs that they can make into first selecting or refining your goals, deciding on what resources that you will require to achieve your goal, and even reframing your time frame that you have put in before. If, for instance, something that should take 18 months to achieve a goal that should take 18 months, but for one reason or the other, you have actually said, I will do this in 9 months. Somebody with the right experience, who have done it before, can tell you and convince you that you are in error by 9 months. But why not do it at 18 months? With all reason, you agree. And that makes the process of achieving your goal better.
Can we also say maybe at this stage also good to have a mentor? Is it also good?
Yeah, mentor is part of the others too. You share it with your mentor.
Thank you so much. Take a break now. Continue when we come back. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, we are still discussing achievable goals for year 2025.
Then the long-term goals, what should be the time frame, that is, but like I said earlier, one of the things that would determine the time frame, whether short or long term, is the nature of the goal itself. and that can decide. But if, for instance, you have a long-term goal, for instance, I want to be a very successful business person. I want to be this. If you want to be very particular, you say, I want to be a billionaire in this particular time. Obviously, that would be a long term. So my advice, therefore, to young people is to be able to, first of all, decide what timeline, and then be patient, patient with diligence to be able to. Because what we therefore get today, and this is what is leading to people getting involved in things that are horrible, is the fact that people want to get there quickly as possible. But I strongly believe that if you marry patience with diligence, you will get your goal, no matter how tough it is. Now, the final one is the issue of how do you, if you have a series of goals, especially for this year, 2025, how do you ensure that you are able to achieve those goals? In the process of achieving those goals, do not impact negatively on your career. That's a question about what therefore you want. There are certain goals that you achieve that can actually help your career. For instance, if you are in a computing environment or in a technology environment, and you decide to say, look, I want to have a certification in maybe cybersecurity, and that becomes a goal for you this year. So you're going to, that eventually will help your career. The second thing is that you need to look at issues or processes of doing that. Not to. For instance, what are the key issues? First is the time. Okay, you have to decide the time you are going to commit to achieving that goal that does not, impact negatively, affect your career. So that could be something you have to decide. If you want to improve your physical well-being from the perspective of, exercise or whatever. So if you know that what is behind your mind is that I would have loved to spend about 2 hours at the gym 5 times a week. But when you consider the fact that that can affect your career, you could scale it down to about 2 days in a week. So these are the ways you put your goal in a manner that either it supports your career or it does not negatively affect your career.
Thank you so much. Take a break now. Continue when we come back. VB View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, we are still discussing achievable goals for year 2025. So, your final words.
When you also talk about, goals, and you talked about how to achieve your goal, I think one goal that is common, especially to young people, is making decision on what business they want to get involved in. The first thing that happens to most people is the fact that you have an array of business ideas. You want to be you want to do something in real estate, you want to do something in this, so there are a lot of that comes. So that's actually selecting or doing any of them can actually be seen as a goal you want to. So if you therefore have those ideas, how do you select, especially when it comes to what the business you want to do? There are a set of things that you could use to determine, to ensure that first you choose the right one, and you choose the right one that you will eventually be successful in. I tend to put it this way: TITE, T-I-T-E. The first T is about training. Do you have some level of training, some amount of training, formal or informal, in that area? the I is interest. Are you passionate about that type of business? There are certain people, they are so passionate about relating with children, the school environment. Are you passionate? Do you have that interest? T is your temperament. Temperament is basically our second nature, And so do you have that type of temperament that align for success in a particular business or enterprise? And finally, is the issue of experience. However close involved have you been? Something in that particular business or something close to that business. But I want you to note that you do not have to have all this in one business together. So you therefore could be some combination. If, for instance, I want to make a career in public relations, marketing, I want to set up marketing business where you meet with people, it's best that you have a temperament that feel comfortable with meeting people, outgoing. Because there are certain people with certain temperament that they feel so uncomfortable in the midst of people. They're not even able to look at people in their face and all that. So if you decide to go and do something that would be a failure. Or at the same time, if you also want to do something that requires time, thinking, the hard work, hey, if you are a go person, that's not your business. So you can have a combination of those four things. But do you know why it is important? Is this. Business like life, the business journey like life, our life journey is like this, like this, like this, like this. So your interest or training, when the business goes down like this, your interest or training or whatever can help you to get out. What is a definition of a failed business? A failed business, from our perspective, is a business that went down like this, could not get out. But a successful business is a business that went down like this, came out, and continued.
Thank you so much. We are grateful having you. And I'll come in with that, my philosophy: plan your work and work your plan. That's give also a support to this last answer that he just gave. It could interest you that I'm here. My guest today is the executive producer of Vivid View and my own very husband. We are glad to have him because it's important we borrow from his wealth of experience when we talk about setting goals. That is why he's here today. And in fact, he has already blessed us. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I also want to thank the audience seated here and viewers at home, of course, the production crew for a job well done. And of course, I won't forget to thank our sponsors too. Thank you for being there for us. That's where we are on air. So I invite artist Jacob Ime to sign out this program. Keep watching Vivid View. I am your host, Ehilis. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Vivid View with Ehilis. Whatever. God is the only way that I put my trust, cause he no go lie for.
You are watching Vivid View Talk Show.
And he no go do me a joro. God is the only way that I put my trust in him. I put in everything in. I put in all my faith in him. I put in all my. God is the only way that I put my trust, cause he no go lie for me. God no go dribble me, and he no go do me a joro.
You are watching Vivid View Talk Show.
I put my trust in him. I put in everything in. I put in all my faith in him. Now my faith in him. God never lie, God never lie. You can see the way I'm living now. God never lie. Man no be God, man no be God. You can see the way I'm moving now. Man no be God, bro. God is way, God is truth, God is life. Let's give thanks to God. Come let us dance. Let's put voice together and give thanks to God. I got so many reasons to thank God. So many.
You are watching Vivid View Talk Show.
Many reasons to thank God. Different many reasons to thank God. It's my creator, it's my father, it's my leader, it's my helper, my provider. It's my creator, it's my father, it's my leader, it's my helper, my provider. God is the only way that I put my trust. Cause he no go lie for me. God no go dribble me. And he no go do me your job.
You are watching Vivid View Talk Show.
The only way that I put my trust in him. I put in everything in. I put in all my faith in him. I put in all my. God is the only way that I put my trust. Cause he no go lie for me. God no go dribble me. And he no go do me.